Raynell. Well, Bud, I was expecting to see you at services Sunday, but I guess you thought you had something better to do again. Well, you missed a good one. Our guest speaker, the Reverend Leon Straver, gave a very interesting talk on some of the more obscure scriptures from Deuteronomy, and Clarice Talbot's Sunday school class put on a real good puppet show based on the book of Ruth. Sure is a shame you missed it, but I guess there must have been something good on the TV. I know how you like to watch that wrestling program. Wonder if they'll have a TV and HELL. I don't know if I told you that I saw Norma Easterlin in town last week for the first time since she defected to the Nazarenes. As you might recall, I ended my friendship with Sister Easterlin after she disqualified 3 of my jars from last year's jelly judging, claiming they were not sealed properly. I am pleased to report she is not nearly so uppity since that nephew of hers went to the electric chair. She says she still chokes up every time she pays a light bill. I noticed Rita Middleton was back working at the beauty shop again. She used to be one of Pauline's best girls, but has been having trouble getting customers since she lost that arm. Pauline thinks it just jangles the ladies when they see a one-armed woman coming at them with a pair of scissors. Ansel Kincaid's boy Tiny was over here mowing my grass and told me about Junior's business going belly up. When will that boy of yours learn? And speaking of heartache, my own worthless son don't seem to be the least bit interested in finding another job. Ever since he got laid off from the sewage plant, he's fallen in with a real bad crowd. I'll tell you, I think both our sons could learn a thing or two from Tiny. One thing about Tiny, that boy's a worker. He mowed the front yard, the side yard, the backyard, plus them 6 acres I've got out behind the house, restacked firewood, cleaned out the garage, and hoed in the garden until it was too dark to see. Since his birthday is coming up next week, I gave him $3 instead of the usual $2. It's hard to believe Tiny will be turning 37. They grow up so fast. Well, that's about all the news for now. I've decided to come over and visit you next Sunday after services. One of you, and I'm not saying who, Bud, needs to get right with the Lord, and I'm just the lady for the job. We're going to spend the whole day in prayer, discussing scripture, and singing hymns till we wear you down. Like it says in 2 Peter 3:8, one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years. Your sister, Marguerite. Well, Bud, what do you think of that? Bud! Bud! Are you feeling all right?
over. Did you spend the evening out drinking and dancing and running around with loose women? You been talking, Phil?
No, Mama.
Harlan! Wake up, Harlan! He's got Harlan in there. Harlan!
Would you stop that? There ain't no Harlan here forgotten.
Did I hear the Lord's name again?
No, you didn't. What do you want, Mama?
Well, can't a mother call her only good-for-nothing lazy son just to see what he's doing?
Well, why don't you ask me so I can get back to sleep?
I ain't got time to listen to your trouble. I got too much to do. Besides, your Aunt Bud passed away this morning.
Good God.
That's three! That's three G.O.D. It's only 7:05 in the morning!
Well, what'd he die?
Stroke. No surprise. Been hanging on by a thread for years.
Well, I'm real sorry to hear that.
You know what I'm real sorry to hear? He didn't belong to any church whatsoever. Your Uncle Bud always mocked and scorned the doings of good Christian people. Now you know what that means, don't you?
Don't say it, Mama.
That's right, roasted on the end of a pitchfork, even as we speak.
Mama,
Flesh torn by demons.
Mama.
Screaming out eternal agony.
How's Aunt Fidel? You remember Aunt Fidel, don't you? The widow? How's she doing?
How do you think she's doing? Her husband just dropped dead at the breakfast table. Awful. That's how she's doing. That's why we got to get over there and offer her some comfort Christian counseling.
What do you mean we?
You don't mean to tell me that you're going to turn your back on your family in a time of tragedy.
Can't Ray Bud and them come get you?
No, they can't. They've got too much to do. And besides, I'd die ashamed if they knew my own son would come over here and get me and carry me over to my only brother's breathing widow. Or maybe you just like me to walk that 20 miles to Lula. Maybe you'd like me to drop dead of heat stroke.
What time you want to go?
What time do you think I want to go, dear? Now! I want you to come get me now! Bud's not going to last long in this heat.